Boy, I still have some vinyl. I'm August. I doubt if Steve Martin wants to be chat room celebrity of the week.
Well, Dick, I'm having issues with the TriCaster, but I think I can make the show go. You're not showing up where you're supposed to show up, but you're showing up somewhere else. So at least I got that going. And
okay.
We have we're considering doing the video your boat.
Okay.
I need to get logged into my account over here, and then I can pull up those things you sent me, so I can do that. I think I'm ready to do the show. Are you ready to do the show?
I am.
Let me turn off that.
So we'll do George's stuff first, and then we'll do the video.
Okay.
Okay.
I gotta configure some stuff over here on the audio board.
Oh, you want me to do the video first so you can figure stuff out?
No.
Oh, okay.
George's stuff will be fine, I think.
Okay.
Let me see. Let me turn you off. Load. D-table. And turn this on here.
Oh, Studio 54.
Okay.
Today I'm telling you my Woody Allen story about my trying to rent my houseboat and my houseboat. Then I have a video of my houseboat.
Okay, I got George's pictures, I think, but that's not what I want to start with. What I want to start with is the little jingle. Okie dokie. So, recording there. That's fair. That's enough. 2 recordings. Actually, there's a 3rd recording at the end of the streaming machine, so there's actually triple recordings.
Wow.
Tertiary. Okay, so we're going to do the Giz Fiz. This is the Giz Fiz number 532. And it's recorded on July 5th, Wednesday, July 5th, episode 532, Giz Fiz. And I'm going to shut off my microphone as soon as I say it begins in 3, 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for...
Excellent. Very good.
It's the Giz Fiz with the Giz Wiz. It's kind of like Cheese Whiz. It's the Giz Fiz. And now your host, Matt's Maddest Writer and the Giz Wiz, Dick DeBartolo.
Welcome to regular, unimproved Giz Fiz. Totally unimproved. All right, so who wants to be chat room celebrity of the week? It doesn't matter because I have a little video, a little 5-minute video, and a little story about Woody Allen. So we're going to start with captions from George Davis. We have some logo. We have things they don't teach you in school. Maybe a stupid answer and some match games. So it will be a full hour of fun. All right. So caption, photo number 1 that you caption. And this is it. Photo number 1. Okay. A girl standing on a spare tire that is a swing. Okay. Girl on a spare tire swing. So the tire is attached to a rope and the rope is attached to a tree. And we're waiting for the captions. Girl on a tire swing. Hope Daddy doesn't mind me using a spare tire. Girl on a very simple unicycle. I need a push to get started. You're doing it wrong. Get in the tire. The rest of my car was stolen out from under me. I also tied down this one tire. Those retreads keep going. Careful with that tire. You know they don't grow on trees. Someone kicked a tire. She was thinking, what a good year it's been. She got to the end of her rope, but she tried. Where's the pond I'm supposed to jump into? Oh, you're right. Normally it's over a pond. Jane, years before she met Tarzan, if the tire is on the ground, is it really a swing? It almost does look like it's on the ground, but I think there's a hint of room there. So that's where my spare went. Don't move, I'll help you down. I saw this in a BC comic, but the tire was stone. The girl is substituting for the rope. Where did the rest of the car go? Hey, look, a human explanation point. Ollie G. I'm so tired I can barely stay balanced. I'm ready for the Chicago flood. When her ride ran off, this is all that's left of my truck. Her feet are very tired. She may get this tired if she continues to stand on that tire. And we'll ending with, Mom said, just shoot the tire. Okay. George said, for the girl swinging on an old car tire, my caption is, my brother and I having a great time now that my dad put this tire swing in our backyard last week. Okay. And photo number 2 is I don't know what it is. Let me see what George put. George put, this is a new space game. All right. If you are just doing audio, it is space cartoony things like a rocket and a spaceship.
All manned by kitties.
Yes, manned by kitties. There's a man in the moon. There are a couple of kids too in spacesuits, and they're all kind of attached together with a rope that goes every which way. Cats in space. NASA Family Circus. The cat ain't getting out of this maze alive. A map of our universe. Welcome to this space thread. Instructions for assembling my new cat toy. Amazing. Cats in space. Mouse ain't getting out of this maze alive. Kitties in space. Great. Space cats. Space maze. The space cats are coming. Connect to stars. Find Waldo's kitty. Cat spaghetti and cheese in space. Lost in Space, the cat edition. What you see if you zoom in on the TWiT the TWiT this week in space. In space, no one can hear you meow. In search of a new catnip universe. Fluffy has taken playing with yawn too far. Cat you in space. There's a cat at TWiT, it sounds. Some days I wouldn't mind sending my cat into space. New Dali painting. You have to trace the cat's feather to its spacecraft. 6 cats with 1 digestive system. Oh man, ever since weed became legal in Maryland, what's the goal of this game? And we'll end with what Martha Stewart's pretty litter painting looks like. Okay, and George said, for the new space game, my caption is, we recently got this game and we're now studying the rules. It looks like this is going to be a hot-selling game this summer. Okay, photo number 3. It's just tires, a pile of tires. somehow carefully interlaced tires in a pile. Actually, a very geometric pile. But the pile is whatever you think it is. But it is tires. Tired of tires? Really tired? I told you our daughter stole that tire. Hey, there's a tire missing. I bet the girl at the swing stole it. Tire wall, tire swing factory, spares for the tree swing, the tires that were tested by the girl and rejected. Tired pie crust, new floor weaving pattern, a bunch of very simple unicycles, a weave of tires. Test your IQ and find the little girl. A sweater for the Michelin man. Oh, that's funny, Mandy. Mom said I should have extras in my tire swing in case my tire swing went flat. We're going to need a bigger rope. I'm feeling tired. Treading time. My first try in my tire weaving class, where tires go to wait to become swings. So many swings, so little rope. Family in photo 1 have used all these tires. One heck of a traffic accident where all the space animals end up, pile up on I-95. Can you spare me a spare? I'm so tired, and we'll end with Dan, where tires fear to tread. Wow. Okay, George said, for the bunch of old, good used tires, my caption is, I go around the neighborhood and collect these tires. Then in September, I go and sell them for about $7 each. I do pretty good. Aren't tires like I've never owned a car. I never bought a tire. But aren't tires like $100 or $200 or something?
Yep.
Okay.
So at about $1,000. I always get the premium tires, I get the most expensive ones. It costs about $1,000.
For one tire?
No, for the whole car.
Oh, for the car.
And,
okay.
The service, and then there's taxes, and then there's recycling fees.
Okay. Okay, photo 4 is a watercolor set, like a half dozen brushes, and a pad with the dreaded blank white page. Okay, watercoloring set, and a spiral binder with blank pages, or at least one blank page that we can see. Blank slate, go. Wow, Mr. Dave paid $900 for 4. I'm blanking on this one, says Dwindle. Artist block. I decided to write all my letters in watercolor, waiting for inspiration. Ready, set, paint. I did draw a picture using the clear color. What shall I paint today? Such a peaceful thought. Painters, hey, I can't use this. I only use color by numbers. Artist drew a blank. Sketch it down before the paint goes on. I guess I'll continue to rent point to point rather than pay for tires. Who needs paint? I'm painting with my mind. I just finished. It's called Snowstorm. Paint by number kit is defective. I did the entire picture in white paint. Time to make this book colorful. How we used to write notes before the computer and iPhone. A blank mind is a terrible thing to waste. They should give you a bag of spare colors. Dolly took my job. Not enough tire colors for doing the previous one. It's all that legal pot, Mandy the Clown. Who took the easel? Dumb Johnny was so dumb when he played match game with the pictures, he drew a blank. What should I paint? Tires of cats in space. Brush strokes of creativity await the new page. And we'll end with Morgus. This is a white cow eating marshmallows in a snowstorm. Very good. Carded Geek. Okay, George said, for watercolors and brushes, doesn't mention the pad. So it says, for the watercolor and brushes, my caption is, I tried painting in the past, but now I will try these watercolors and see how I do with these. I hope I do better. Okay, photo 5. Photo 5, knitted gloves. Not carefully, they might be homemade. They look a little wonky, but whatever they are, knitted gloves and hopefully faux fur collar on the gloves. These are Bernie's mittens for the Michelin Man. At first, I thought it was Cactus XD. Smitten by this mitten. Furry chain mail gloves. Another view of the famous Bernie Sanders picture. Glove shoes. 2 eagles in flight mating. Can you believe these are made of mini trees? Could live in those. Waiting to catch the first snowflake. It was so big. Mittens to heaven. Standing ready to catch a falling star. Wow. Point to your Michigan location on the left. I love you this much. Carefully. New mitts with built-in air conditioner. Mittens, gloves have separate fingers. Hate to tell you, but I had to kill to get the fur. What? Bidding on an igloo auction. How many fingers am I holding up? 2 angry ostriches arguing politics. Kittens lost these. Cold hand Luke. We got these mittens early, so we're ready for a cold winter. And we'll end with Mandy the Clown. Someone forgot to tell her it's 120 degrees in Texas. Oh. It was just a 92 here today. George said, for the pair of knitted gloves, my caption is, I'm surprised how fast my aunt made these. She started at 8 o'clock last night and finished at noon today. Okay, 6 of 6 compliments of George Davis. And this is photo 6. Right here.
Hold on. We have an issue here.
On this very
DDR2 is in B
monitor.
2. And I'm gonna crop, rotate. Okay, this is wait a minute. One more. This is oh, I know what's going on. This is 1. This is main. Okay, here we go. We're getting there. And we get this position just right. And we get this rotated just right. And
Bernie, you want to be chat room celebrity of the week?
yeah, and then we got position. There's the gloves.
There they are. Wow, Bernie, those are nice.
Okay. There. Hey,
Oh,
yeah,
excellent.
the same gloves. Ah.
Wow.
Okay, sorry about that.
Wow.
Just
Who knew we
just
could
a
have him
little
as
fun.
chat room celebrity of the week?
All right, so now I'm ready for what is it, number 6?
Number 6. Photo number 6 is an old-fashioned fire station. It's very funny. We have one. You know what? No, I guess not. I was going to say maybe this is the one on 83rd Street, but I guess they built a lot of them with the same blueprints. Tiny little firehouse, okay? Engine 23. truck company, and it's closed, either abandoned or they're out having lunch. Shoot your side of the Ghostbusters. Can't find the key to the gate to go on a fire run. Fire station in the middle. Where's the other 22 engines? One truck station. A large surprise three-eyed building. Closed due to lack of fires. A very stable firehouse. That's engine 23, not 83. Did I say 83? Okay. The firehouse that we have is on 83rd Street. Don't the gates slow down response time? Truck retired. New public garage with high-rise apartment. Thank you for your service. I still use the pole to get from the third floor to the garage. There is no God, only Jul. I live in the apartment above. They let me use their pole. Look, there's a fire on the second floor. Where are the firefighters? Don't cross the streams. Guess the extinguisher works. The guys have all retires. Someone squished a firehouse. That's a big twinkle. Hidden missile silo. They ran out of, oh, that's funny. Who did that? Logan says they ran out of red paint for the front door. He's right. The bottom of the doors are gray. Twinkie. And we'll end with the mayor of this town is a pencil-necked geek. All right. And George said, for the abandoned fire station, my caption is, I bought this for $30,000 from the city, and now I live in it. It has 3 bedrooms, a great kitchen, lots of room, and I just slide down the pole to get downstairs. Cool. All right. And then George has provided us with interesting facts. It's a very it was the waffle iron that inspired soles of a new pair of Nike shoes. The waffle iron inspired the first soles of a new pair of Nike shoes. I always wondered why when you bought Nikes, they said, do you want syrup or Melba with that? Cat lovers. Is this true? Cat urine glows under a black light. Cat urine glows. Oh, okay. Wow. Cat lovers are tuning in. Dwindle. Mandy. Cat urine glows under a black light. Burke says crap. Well, Burke, you have a dog. That's why. Fact 3. After the dedication of the Statue of Liberty in 1886, it was a lighthouse. What? Anybody? And he's asking, for how many years? I never knew this at all. For how many years was the Statue of Liberty a lighthouse? What? Looking at the answer. 32 years, 20 years. As long as lighthouses existed, 25 years. Boy, I'm never hearing this. And I have been on the torch at the Statue of Liberty. Is there a lot? Several people are saying never. You know, I'm not. Did they just say the lighthouse, like stay away from it because there are rocks below it? I know the base was late. Oh, the origin of the Statue of Liberty as a lighthouse. Holy cow.
However, it never properly functioned as a lighthouse. So
okay.
Mixed.
It never functioned as a lighthouse. Okay. According to the article George used for research, it was a lighthouse for 16 years, and the light could be seen for 24 miles. Wow. That's a long way. There are 4 soldiers buried in the tomb of the unknown soldier.
How would we know?
Why? Let's ask that. George didn't make this a question, but we can. There are 4 soldiers buried in the tomb of the unknown soldier. Why? Why are there 4? My father was a lighthouse. He was lit every night. One for Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines.
I like.
What about the Coast Guard? Hello. One for World War I and World War II, Korea and Vietnam. 4 major wars, 1 for each branch at that time. 1 per war. 1 for each branch.
Wow. Chat room is like split right down the middle.
Yes, they are. 25 for each person, the A team. Jeremy B, you have a guess or want to go with one of those?
I'm going to go with the second. I really thought it was the 4 branches of service, but I'm going to go with the 4 wars at this point.
They are for the 4 wars. World War I, World War II. Someone had it exact. The Korean War and the Vietnam War. The one from Vietnam was exhumed. DNA was done on him. They found his identity. Lieutenant Michael Blessy, and he was returned to his family. Wow. That's all for now. Everyone stay happy and keep smiling. We'll do it again soon. Bye, George. George, we'll do it next week. That'd be great. Okay, so instead of chat room celebrity a week, there was did anybody see the special this week on TCM on a gentleman, a graphic artist called Joe Caraff or Caroff, Caroff. I think it's Caroff. He was famous for making movie posters. One of the most famous one was the West Side Story with the characters on the fire escape. And he told a story about Woody Allen. And it reminded me of the time Woody Allen came to my houseboat. And I'm going to show like a 5-minute video of the houseboat. And then it makes the clearer talking to Woody and talking to Woody's set designer, what we were all talking about. This was the night before my houseboat left the marina. I went down there. I want to tear up to say goodbye. And I thought, I'm here. I'll just make a quickie video. So this was my disco houseboat.
You rolling? Mm-hmm. Okay. Hey, it's Dick DeBartolo, the GizFiz Mathematics writer. Kind of a sad day. My houseboat, after 35 years, to the weekend, the houseboat is going. So I thought make a little video to show you around. So steering station's up here. It's a twin screw engine, but it hasn't run in more than 10 years. And here, it's a little messed up because we're taking off some stuff. A dance floor with an infinity floor. And they're not working right now, but actually there are little tubes of light in there, and they would dance on and off to the music. Pretty neat. Up on the ceiling, we have a bunch of stuff. A company called MGM Lighting used to be the place I would go down and buy lights. There's strobes up here. This starburst would go different ways. It has a big programmer. Oh, there we go. Oh, my word, the strobes still work. An elaborate sound system. Had 4 speakers, a gigantic 15-inch subwoofer. So the music in here was just absolutely amazing. And what it was is, I used to love disco, but I hated smoke. So I decided, I know, I'll build my own disco. Well, a friend of mine, Bob Kyler, built the disco. But we started out with a 50-foot Burns craft. Didn't extend the Burns craft, but we sure altered the interior quite a bit. I'm going to come down here and point out the control panel. And it's going to get dark. We don't have any lighting or anything for this. But here, you can see what the control panel looks like. And actually, over here, I'm going to put my glasses on. We put on elaborate shows. For example, on this show, when the show starts, uncover the train. There was a train, a model train that ran. Make sure the fountains are set up. Preheat 2 fog machines. Rewind both tape recorders. Make sure the slide trays are in position. Uncover the infinity floor. Put the strong lights, there was this thing here called strong lights. Put strong lights on standby. Make sure there is fluid in the bubble machine. I mean, was this elaborate stuff or what? And then there's another shot sheet over here. And this is a 2-page script to follow. Every year, all the guys from Mad Magazine would come down. Bill Gaines, the publisher of Mad, and we would put on a show. And the show consisted of Chick Litz, who was a mythical character played by a person you know. Actually ended up being on Nickelodeon. And everybody had to perform. Bill Gaines, the publisher of Mad, would do magic. Also on this boat, Ralph Evinrude, you know Evinrude Engines? Ralph Evinrude was on this boat. Key Kafer, who, the guy from Mercury Engines, was on this boat. Anyway, so that's the disco part. And now we're going to walk down and show you the rest of the boat. You know who's on? The last official guest on this boat was Woody Allen. He was on this boat. He needed a houseboat for a movie he was doing. And he looked around the boat and he said, you know what, Dick? In the movie, the boat is going to be lent to a college kid. And he said, looking around your boat, I don't think anybody would lend a boat this big and this nice to a college kid. So he picked a different boat, a real crappy boat that my neighbor owned. And we'll walk on down. I'll show you, this is the galley over here. Right now, it's, you know, everything is in great disarray. The boat's leaving in the morning, so you're the last people to see it. Refrigerator here, microwave, and a toaster oven. And here we have lights. You know me and lights. I love lights. And this was my office. Well, it's my office for about 8 more hours. And it's a desk where I work. And TV. Had cable on the boat. Just disconnected cable. But you know Time Warner. Time Warner says you can't really stop paying for cable until you physically bring them the cable box back. And all these floors have hatches underneath, and it's all carefully crafted so that you don't even see that there are hatches down there. So that's pretty much it. It's a 50-foot boat with a 50-foot beam, with a 50-foot beam, with a 15-foot beam. And then this is the head. Head that's is the same as bathroom to landlubbers. That's the head. And then the head is double doored, so that you can come in from the bedroom this way, and there's a privacy door that closes so that the people in the bedroom can enter the head this way. And you know what I used to do? I forgot. When we used to have people on the boat that really weren't boat savvy, I would tell them that the boat had 2 bathrooms. I would open this door and say, "There's a bathroom here," and show them that, and then just close it. And I say, "And then this is the bedroom," and then these people have their own bathroom. I open this door, and they would go, "Wow, 2 bathrooms. That's really amazing." Anyway, that's it. I don't know what else to say, except I'm not going to be here when the boat goes. And I guess that's as much as I can say without breaking down. So, ahoy mateys!
Okay, yeah. So the sale of the boat was incredibly terrible. I gave it away. I gave it to a charity that someone had recommended called Boat Angel, that they would sell the boat and the money would be used for charities. And someone called me up and said, "Dick, your boat is on eBay." I said, "What?" And he said, "Yeah, it's your boat." And I looked at, what's my boat? And I don't know, they sold my boat for $1,800. It was ridiculous. Anyway, so I didn't even write it off as a tax deduction because it didn't make sense. You sold a 50-foot boat with parquet floors. And anyway, I'll go back to the Woody Allen thing. So a guy knocked on the door of the houseboat at one time. He said, "Listen, Woody Allen's looking for a houseboat. He needs for a movie. I think it was the one with Larry David, Whatever Works." And he said, "We're a scouting committee. If you're interested, I don't know what the monetary deal is, but we're just taking some photos. And we have, I think, 5 boats down here of people who are interested." I said, "I'm very interested." And then like 6 weeks later, I called in the morning and said, "Could you be on your boat at noon to meet Woody Allen, who wants to come in and look your boat over himself?" And I said, "Oh my God, yeah." So he came down with 2 people like holding him on either side, and 2 production assistants, and Santo Questo, I think his name is, who does all the sets for Woody's movies. And Dennis knew Santo by who he was by seeing him, because I think he had seen his work and pictures of him. So anyway, one of the people who came on first said, "Listen, Woody is terrified of water, and it'll take him a couple of minutes to us to help him up the steps." I said, that's no problem. No problem. So he's like super quiet. Okay. And I didn't dare want to mention anything that I worked for Mad or anything. So he looks around, and I said, "Woody, there's an office in the back, and it's a totally different look to the boat. This looks, like a party place." I said, "But the office looks like an office." And he said, "Oh, great. Okay, let's go back there." So we walk on back, and he's looking around, and Santo, the production guy, said, "Dick, I love this boat." He said, "If it's okay with you, I want Woody to use this because the woodwork in here, this will look great on film." I guess there's still film back then. And he said, "The only thing I'm worried about are all these lights." And I said, "Santa, I don't want to tell you your job, but this was to be in another movie." And I had said to that guy, "What are you going to do about all the lights?" And that guy said, "It's easy." He said, "We just stretch fabric over it, and you wouldn't even know there's lights under there." And Santa said, "Well, that's a great idea." So anyway, Woody walks back and he talks and Santo talks. And then Woody comes over. And I forgot that I said it in the video. And Woody said, look, the guy in the movie is lending his boat to a college kid. And he said, like, this is not going to read right that the guy would lend a boat this nice to a college kid that he sort of knows. So he said, we're probably going to use your neighbor's boat. So they did use my neighbor's boat. And I asked, I forgot his name. I think it was Paul. I said, Paul, how much did you get? And Paul said it was $5,000 for 2 days. And he said they did a lot of damage. He said they were supposed to not touch anything or screw anything in. He said they screwed lights in everywhere. And he said dragging cables through, they broke stuff. And he said, but to tell you the truth, he said, I couldn't be here all the time because in a lot of the shots, there were too many people for the boat owner to be on the boat. He said, but just the fact that I could say, oh my God, my boat's in a movie, it was worth it.
But did he get a Christmas tree?
No, he did. Thank you. Thank you. So my boat was in, Honor and Glory, I think it's called. Okay. And my boat in July, this is different a year. I got a call and they said, we're shooting something on E-Doc. Your boat is D-Doc. And the star of the movie, I even forgot who it was. Somebody can Google it. It's Christmas Eve and he's by himself and he comes back and stands on the back deck of his boat and we'll have a camera behind him and directly behind the boat that we're using is your boat and we'll give you $500 and we want to decorate your boat and put a Christmas tree in the window and there'll be people inside having a party. And I said, can you see my floors? I said, I'm worried about these parquet floor. And they said, we carpet everything. And we'll give you a paper that if we break anything, we'll cover it. And I said, okay. And he said, besides, they're not really drinking. He said, it's salsa in champagne bottles. So I said, okay. And I asked if I could be there. And he said, sure. But we're not going to do it till 11 at night when it's dark. And at 2 a.m., they still weren't there. And I had a friend. I said, listen, I'll give you $100. Can you just stay here? Make sure they don't wreck anything. And I think they came at 3 or 4 in the morning and they worked all night long. And he said they worked for like 5 hours pretending to drink and then pouring the stuff back in champagne bottles and then another take pretending to drink. And in the movie, you just see shadows, but you do see the back of my boat. Anyway, 2 shows.
And you got a Christmas tree.
And I got, yes. Thank you. Yes. So the next day they came down and the guy said, listen, everything is going directly into the garbage. I said, wait, a fiber optic tree. Can I have that? He said, oh my God. He said, it'd be great. First of all, it's July. Who wants it? And he said, yes, please take it. And it's a beautiful tree. I put it up every year when we do this show or Giz Wiz. That fiber optic tree in the background was in the movie. So it was a great thing. So here's Joe's story. So I thought that it was sort of my fault that I didn't say that I didn't talk to Woody and try to say, hey, I work for Mad, and we would have had this wonderful conversation. So I'm watching this TCM thing, and Joe says, let me tell you my Woody Allen experience. He said, the great thing about Woody is once he buys something he likes, he comes back to you for everything. And he said, the first movie poster I did for him, he loved. But this is how Woody works. He tells me what the movie is and what the story is, may send me a script. My job is to design 7 movie posters. I go to an office. They have 7 easels. I put my 7 movie posters on the 7 easels. Woody Allen comes in, doesn't acknowledge me, walks down, walks back. He says, that one. And it's over. And he said, about the 6th year, I thought, I'm going to make up a poster that doesn't fit in with anything that he's doing. And he showed the poster. It was a poster called Prunes. And it said something like, if you like the movie Bananas, you'll go for prunes. And Woody Allen came down, looked at all the posters, didn't say a word, said, okay, I'll take that one. And he said he left. He never acknowledged that I had made a joke. And I thought, well, compared to that, I had a conversation with Woody. I mean, it's kind of strange, I thought. And I asked my neighbor, I said, did Woody say anything to you? And he said, he made one joke. He said, I came in one day and my Paul had a big dog. And he said, I came in one day and my dog jumped onto the boat and goosed Woody. And Woody turned around and said, oh my God, it's the dog. I thought it was one of the crew. So everybody, and he said, that was, everything else was just doing a movie and being serious. So anyway, I thought instead of chat room celebrity of the week, this might be, yes, this might be a little bit different. Okay, so now we will move on with.
Before we move on, Dick. Before we move
yes.
on, I'd like to occasionally, I haven't done it in a while, derail the show totally. And in this case, I think we're all train fans, and you know that I have an affection for this place called the Tehachapi Loop.
Yes.
And yesterday I was doing, just surfing around YouTube, and YouTube presented me with a video. Oh my gosh. And there's more than one drone shots of the Tehachapi Loop. So you follow the train going into the tunnel that goes into the Tehachapi Loop, then all the way around, and then another and there's several of these drone videos of trains doing the Tehachapi Loop. Let me fast forward this one a bit.
We should explain that trains can only go up a slight incline because they're pulling so many cars. So the way to get a train up a big mountain is that it kind of double backs on itself, constantly climbing. So you will see an endless train on different tracks or going in different tunnels, and it's all the same train.
Yep.
So
you can see up there's a train waiting to come down while this train is going up. And I was just very excited to see these drone shots.
No, that's amazing.
I sit up on the hill and I watch the trains go by.
Yeah. So now the locomotive of this train is going to go over the top of the freight cars it's pulling. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and I just, anyone who is interested can look up Tehachapi Loop drone shots, and this is one, and there's a couple more, and for me, who's a fan of the Tehachapi Loop and have watched it from the ground level, it was very thrilling to see the overhead shot here, to see the whole thing. And there it is. The engines are over the train, and that looks like about 60 feet of elevation. That's a lot. That train has gained a lot in that little circle.
That is pretty neat.
All right. So
very good.
I'm done.
All right. So chat room, you like those stories from time to time?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Okay. Oh, very not often that we have a subject. Mostly they're potluck. Burke said, I saw a train car full of mimes as a child, followed by a train car full of clowns.
And that explains a lot about the way Burke is today.
Yes, it does. Which of these is a Gucci created perfume? Greed, pride, sloth, envy. Yeah, Mandy, I know you're right. Mandy says, I don't think perfume's going to ring a bell with this crowd. Which of these is a Gucci perfume? Greed, pride, sloth, envy.
Burke is on it. But then Burke is cheating because he's watching the show here and he doesn't have the delay that the people on the stream have. So.
Oh, okay. Okay. Which one of these is a Christian Dior perfume? Centigrade, Fahrenheit, Celsius, or Kelvin? God, none of them. Which one of these was created by Christian Dior? Centigrade, Fahrenheit, Celsius, Kelvin. Ah.
You know, centigrade and Celsius smell the same.
Yeah. Jim B, have a guess?
I have no clue, no.
Boy, I'm amazed. It is indeed, most of you have it. It is indeed Fahrenheit. Oh, how could anybody get this? Which perfume by Thierry Mugler shares its name with a Sigourney Weaver movie? Yeah, what? Now I'm saying what again? Wait a minute. What?
Well, perhaps Sigourney Weaver's most famous movie.
Maybe. Okay. Yeah, maybe. You're right. Okay, chat room. You were smarter than I thought until Jamma B spoke up. What Frederic Mollet perfume shares its name with a chess term? I don't even know what this is. You're smarter than I thought. I would need Dennis down here to read it. No, it's chat room. Who reads French? Okay. It's the last question. Oh, it just went out of focus.
En passant. No, en passant's people who play chess
okay.
know what that is. It's when
okay. There you go. Tricks.
If I recall correctly, it's when you move a pawn past a king or something, or you move a pawn past a other opposing thing that it could have captured. So instead of capturing it, it moves past it. That's what en passant is.
Okay, yeah, that's from Gemma B's years of teaching chess. Now take that and move that thing over. Yeah, move it next to the other thing. The thing with the neurons.
And pass it. And pass it. And pass it. And pass it.
Okay, we're gonna do things they don't teach you in school. These are my favorite things. Oh, I have no idea what this is. What is the traditional meaning of an anchor tattooed on a sailor's body? I just thought I'm a sailor.
Yeah, exactly. They deal with
What is the traditional meaning? Let me just look on the back of the card to see if it's something different. Oh, it is more than that. I peeked. The traditional meaning of an anchor tattooed on a sailor's body. He sunk a boat. I don't budge for anyone. He can swim. I like spinach. I eat me spinach.
He doesn't float. He sinks.
He circumnavigated the globe. He was Shanghai, survived. You know what? No one has it. I never knew this existed. And I'm sure It might have started out that way. My best friend is a bully who hates me. He can swear. He's the captain. He served on board. No, none. Drinks a lot. Jeremy B, traditional meaning of an anchor tattooed on a sailor's body. I guess the original meaning.
Yo, don't know. I'm anxious to find out.
Okay. It meant that the sailor had sailed across the Atlantic Ocean.
Sorry
Wow.
about that. Need to fix that.
That's okay. Oh, okay. On average, how much do teenagers grow during each year of puberty? On average, how much do teenagers grow during each year of puberty? And this is teenagers. It's not. Wow, it's interesting. The first answers are all in a very narrow margin.
So this is per year. How much they grow per year?
Yes. During, yeah. And it's men, it's boys and girls on average, teen each year of puberty. I'm going 1.5 inches.
Then I'll go with 2 inches.
2 inches. 2 inches seems to be okay. Oh my God. 3 to 4 inches. Wow. Oh my gosh. How long would it take to read the entire Bible if you read it at a normal speed? Let me see what the answer is in. It's in hours. How long does it take to read the entire Bible? And I guess they mean read it as opposed to understanding it. Yeah, too long. 72 hours. Yeah, no, without comprehension. 80 hours. 60 hours. Time I don't have. 6 days. 6 days and you rest on the 7th. You know, a couple of you are very, very close. At least to the answers on this card. Jamie B, how long would it take you to read the entire Bible at normal speed? And we're throwing comprehension to the wind.
I'll guess 60 hours.
60 hours. Okay. Boy, you are very close. The answer is about 50 hours. You and Becky are very close. Becky's at 42. Okay. What city has the most visited cemetery? What city has the most visited cemetery? Wow. Oh, yeah, Arlington. Wow, it started out with Paris and now it's going way over to Arlington. The world's most visited cemetery. I don't know. I guess I'll go Arlington. What's your answer, Jim B?
Well, initially I thought Arlington, and then I saw Paris, and I thought, well, Jim Morrison is buried in Paris. I bet you Jim Morrison gets a lot of visitors at his grave in Paris. So I'll say Paris. Although, yeah, my initial Arlington sounds like probably the
The
right
answer is Paris. The final resting place of Edith Piaf, Oscar Wilde, Maria Callas, Jim Morrison, and other celebrities. Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah. And Pierre the Clown. Okay. All right, we'll go right to match games since our
See
chat
if
room
Alex is
celebrity.
around.
Oh, yes, I will get Dennis down here. Da, da, da. I can find some match game stories for other weeks. And one more. Okay. Oh, Marcel, I don't know if he's buried there or not. I would not bother if I was in Paris, says Burke. Well. What is that?
That looks like cabling in the floor.
Yes, that's Alex. Wow.
Alex wearing a glove. I guess
God.
he can't answer. He's wearing a glove.
Oh, my God. Look at this. Holy cow.
Oh, he's closing it up. That means he's done. Yay. We love it when you close it up.
You know what?
He's been working there all day, or for weeks he's been working on this.
So you have to use suction cups to get the tile up. Is it the same at TWiT?
No. We put the carpet tiles, and we used removable or not permanent adhesive. So you have to pull up the carpet tiles, and then everything just comes right up after that.
Wow.
And we had all these ideas of how we could rearrange the studio, and we gave extra cables and put everything on the floor and then covered up all on the floor. There's no way we're going to move anything around.
Look, I can't. Do you have that many cables in the floor?
No. This is a big TV station with a lot of TV stations. This is real work. That's why Alex left.
Possible?
We just didn't have enough cables here for Alex, so that's why Alex had to move up to the big
I know.
where there's all the cables. Good work.
Is it possible Alex steals cables? Because that's an awful lot of cable.
Maybe there are probably cables that Alex removes and they have to be recycled or some such.
Oh, right. So let's just store them there.
I'm so happy that he's done. It's so nice to see him finishing and cleaning up the caution cones. And look at these, how far the tiles went and how far those cables went.
That's amazing. Wow.
Almost as cool as the drone shot of Tehachapi Loop.
Okay. Did you hear about the absent-minded pirate?
No. Tell me more.
No, yeah, well, he's so absent-minded, instead of a patch, he put a blank over his eye. The absent-minded pirate was so absent-minded, instead of a patch, he put a blank over his eye. I think, a very good answer. And I got answers. Oh, these are very good questions. A Post-it note, that's a Band-Aid, a parrot, a starfish, a hook. Oh my God, that hurt. A tea bag, a bandana, a towel, a tire patch, a bandana. These are excellent, chat room. A skull and crossbones, a key generator, a treasure chest. Okay, Gemma B, we're going to start with you. Did you hear about the absent-minded pirate? Instead of a patch, he put a blank over his eye. And you said?
I didn't have any silver dollars.
Oh, okay. No matches. Alex. Charlie, we just started.
Alex went away. Alex disconnected.
Okay. Is Burke playing?
I think Burke has got something.
Okay, Burke. He put a plank. Oh, that's funny. But I got an answer that got a match. He put a parrot over his eye, and Dennis said no matches. He put a pizza. What must have been an Italian pirate, Charlie. Charlie, no. Let's see.
I think Alex will be ready for the next question.
Yes. Weird Wanda was so weird.
How weird was she?
Weird Wanda was so weird, she put a blank on her bridal train. Weird Wanda was so weird, she put a blank on her bridal train. Oh, I got a great answer. Actually, there are a lot of good answers to this. Let me see. Yes. Weird Wanda was so weird. How weird was she? She put a blank on her bridal train. These are funny. Baggage car. Oh, you know what?
Tell us.
Can you believe that?
It's alive.
Yes. I cannot, in all these years, thank God I wasn't live on ABC.
Like a silverfish. Oh.
Yes.
now it's in your lap.
That was the most bizarre. First of all, there's no food in up here. That was a riot. Okay, Alex, we're going to start with you. Weird Wanda was so weird. She put a blank on her bridal train. Caboose. A lot of matches. Dick D said caboose. And Dennis said caboose. And Jamma B said caboose. Oh my God. And Burke said, oh my God, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like a grand slam or a full house.
The first time.
A
Five
triple
of us.
play. It's
wow.
What do we call
it? Dumb Dora was so dumb.
How dumb?
The eye doctor said to Dumb Dora, when you cover your right eye, when Dumb Dora read the eye chart with her right eye, she covered her blank with her left. She covered her left blank. No. Dumb Dora was so dumb when she covered at the eye doctor, when she covered her right eye with her hand, she covered her left blank. I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, we'll
Just
answer.
right.
We'll answer what you gave us.
Yes, that's fine. This question makes no sense, even though I wrote it. Okay. Oh yes, but yes, if you're a match game fan, you'll know what the answer is. Okay, C's is a match game fan. Okay, Alex, I'll start with you. Dumb Dora was so dumb at the eye doctor's office. She read the eye chart with her right eye and covered her left blank, her left lobe. Okay. Jamma B, she covered her left nostril. No match game answers there. Ta-da! Left boob, Mandy, Steve. Match. Oh, okay. Charlie.
And Burke's
answer, her left brain.
Wait a minute. That might. I think that matches lobe. That matches lobe. Yeah.
Oh, okay. There's a whole page of Dumb Donald questions. Dumb Donald was so dumb.
How dumb?
When he visited the farm, he shook a cow in the hopes of getting blank. When Dumb Donald went to the farm, he was so dumb, he shook a cow hoping to get blank.
Dick, very important.
Yes.
Was the cow brown? Was it a brown cow?
I cannot disclose that.
Okay, we don't know.
But that's okay.
We don't
But
know
it
what
could be
flavor.
whatever.
Sorry, Demos, we don't know the flavor.
But that's okay. Oh, did anybody? Oh, okay, great. Okay, Johnny Monday. Yay. All right, we're going to start with Dennis. Dumb Donald was so dumb when he went to the farm, he shook one of the cows in hopes of getting butter. I think he got some matches. Yep, you got some matches. I got at least one. I got several matches. Whipped cream. Shook the cow hoping to get whipped cream. Jammer B, you said shook the cow hoping to get a milkshake. You got a lot of matches. Alex shook the cow hoping to get milkshake. Another match. And Burke hoping to get entertainment. That was a match?
Oh, no. Well, again, back to the way this works. I don't have the ability to record and memorize all the answers that go by on the chat room.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm making up the dings and the buttons as I
okay.
go. And sometimes
Okay.
I hit the wrong button.
Okay.
But I laughed at Burke.
Right. And since Burke is a bully,
Oh, yeah. He'll slap me around if I give him a buzzer.
yeah, I know. So you have to give him, even if it's a stupid answer. Okay. All right, Charlie. Ladies and gentlemen, let us meet the mascot of the show who's going wacko here, Charlie the dog. Come on, Charlie. It's his turn. Oh, Charlie, come on. Oh, okay. Come on, Charlie. Up here. Up. Okay. Charlie the dog. Wait a minute. Look, hang on, Charlie. Oh, I have to. Yeah, there you go. Oh, boy, and that tail. Look at that tail. Hang on. Let's see the tail. Let's see that tail. Oh, my God. Look at that boy. Look at this boy. Oh, boy, Charlie. You happy now? Yeah. Look at this guy. All right, Charlie. Okay, hang on, Charlie. Doggo, Charlie. Oh, that was up. My camera is acting like Alex here. Go up again. Yeah, routinely. Yes. Where did you get your shirt, Dennis? Did we both buy them?
Oh, I didn't buy that.
You didn't buy it?
No, probably the press event or something.
He stole
okay.
it? He didn't pay for it?
At a
5 figure
press
discount?
event. Oh, you know what? I think I might have bought them on Woot. Because what's the other one we have?
Oh, the one that's
What's the one we have?
the one where you got the total for.
Oh, yes, yeah. This what is that? Anxiety U. I get more mileage out of it. Anxiety University Dean's List. I get more requests. Where do you get that? Where do you get that shirt? I went there. My wife went there. My kid goes there now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Giz Wiz is back to Thursday, so we'll hopefully see you tomorrow night. And we'll do this again next Wednesday. This is great fun. Chat room, you're very funny. This is very funny. And Paul, drop in when you can. And meanwhile, Giz Fiz has been a Mark Goodson. Bill Todman, totally unimproved Giz Fiz. Mark Goodson, Bill Todman, Dennis Wonderland, Dick DeBartolo, Charlie the Dog, Jammer B, Bargain Basement Burke, Scooter X, Becky, ZX, LA Eric, Logan 5, Loke, TI-83, Magoo, Pack NW, Caesar, Mandy the Clown, Jamez, Paul, Leaving Us, Declare, Giz1, Johnny Monday, Dan Dooku, Praw to Geek, Stooge, Frosty Moon, Ali G, Logan 5, and Becky, I think we did you, and Myra Joyce, brought to you by Turtle Wax. Remember, it's not just for turtles anymore. Do we have a song?
We do. We do have a song.
Okay.
This one is called What's Next? And
What's next?
No, I'm sorry. It's called Who's Next. I forgot to load it into my music.
Oh, okay.
Here,
Who's
so
next? Okay.
I put it in the Giz Fiz Dropbox.
Okay.
Who's next? Who's next? Okay. So I thought this was the great Who album. One of my favorite albums by The Who is called Who's Next.
Okay.
But in fact, this predates The Who by probably a decade or two. And you can tell because it's pretty dated info. But Who's Next is about who's going to get the atomic bomb next.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Whoop. Let me select it, and then it should play.
Okay.
Stop that. Oh, what is playing? Here we go.
I disagree, and the point was driven home to me rather forcefully not long ago by a letter I received, which said, "Darling, I love you and I cannot live without you. Marry me or I will kill myself." Well, I was a little disturbed at that until I took another look at the envelope and saw that it was addressed to occupants. Speaking of love, one problem that recurs more and more frequently these days in books and plays and movies is the inability of people to communicate with the people they love. Husbands and wives who can't communicate, children who can't communicate with their parents, and so on. And the characters in these books and plays and so on, and in real life, I might add, spend hours bemoaning the fact that they can't communicate. I feel that if a person can't communicate, the very least he can do is to shut up.
One of the big news items of the past
Okay, Jim B, that was great. Thank you.
Thank you, Dick. And thank you,
Thank you,
Alex.
chat room.
Thank you, chat room. And we'll see you next week.
Take care. Bye.